One, two, one, two. You know what it is. This is Rebel Tech TV. And it's hip hop and reggae versus the world. You know how I do. You know how we give it up around these parts. And I got a question. You know what I mean? It's something like a theory. You know what I mean? But I want y'all opinion. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking over here. I'm thinking that Tariq Nasheed and Dee-1 is causing separation. You know what I mean? Tariq Nasheed is causing unnecessary separation with the FBAs. You know what I mean? All this FBA nonsense he talking to show, that shit is doing is causing separation between black people. Black Americans, black Caribbeans, black people from South America and Africa. This is the funny thing. This is the most funny thing about these FBAs. These motherfuckers want to act like they don't like Caribbean people and try to skip the Caribbean and go to Africa. But African black people like Caribbean people more than like Americans. So what the fuck sense does that make? Tariq Nasheed is a dummy. This is what happens when you try to take the tools of the white supremacists and try to reimagine it, basically recolor it and try to become black supremacists. Cause that's what these motherfuckers really sound like. I didn't know what a black supremacist was. I be hearing white people talking about this, but that was bullshit. I heard Terry Crews say some shit about black supremacy. And what the hell is this asshole talking about, man? Ain't gonna be no black supremacists. But if you listen to a lot of shit, a lot of the rhetoric that white supremacists say, FBAs and Tariq Nasheed is basically saying the same thing, just in a black way. You know what I mean? They, for some reason, they think they're superior for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really understand that. They talking about they built America. Like, you motherfucker, you wasn't the only ones here. But when people that built America, they wasn't even FBA. They wasn't Americans. They was Africans. When they first came to this country, they was Africans. So they ain't claim no FBAs or claim to be Americans. You know what I mean? So all that shit talking about, a lot of this shit he talking about is really, they stretching for connections. You know what I mean? Alright, so FBAs, what is FBA? FBA is a foundational black American. What the fuck did you find? You sound like Christopher Columbus talking about you found America. What did you find, nigga? That niggas is fucking crazy. But, what else? We'll make sure FBA. A person classified as black who can trace their bloodline lineage back to American system of slavery. To be designated as a FBA, at least one parent must come from a non-immigrant background in the USA. Well, truthfully, if you not Native American, like my peoples is, Wild Whole Tribe, we out here. Venezuela, Trinidad, we outside. Truthfully, if you not Native American, then you's an immigrant. It's funny because when white people saying this stuff like, yo, you immigrants, get out our land, people like to say, well, I guess you came from this land, this is your motherland or whatever, you're Native American. But now all of a sudden, with the FBAs and all this coming around, now all of a sudden, but all that shit goes out the window, huh? Now niggas is immigrants now, huh? Now niggas always been here. Sound like white supremacy to me. I don't know, man. Y'all tell me. I'm having some issues with my lighter here. I need to get a new lighter. You know what I mean? But, you know. We getting right. Anyway, this dude is two-faced, man. He made a documentary about Haitians. Back in the days, a couple of years ago. He made a documentary about Haitians fighting and winning their freedom. Now he's talking shit about Haitians. Sound like he agreeing about they eating cats. Well, I don't know if that is true, but if they are eating cats, they wouldn't be eating your cats if y'all wasn't sending people down there to invade Haiti. Biden and the rest of them, and Kamala, this is her democracy, her cabinet, or whatever you want to fucking call that shit. Her party, they gave the dude Ruto in Kenya money to send soldiers to Jamaica. Send soldiers to Haiti. And then they did the same thing to Jamaica. They paid the president or prime minister of Jamaica to send soldiers to Haiti. So y'all sending soldiers to Haiti, y'all not minding y'all business, and then y'all wondering why the Haitians are coming up here to eat your cats. Tariq Nasheed, why don't you tell your president to stop sending soldiers down there so the Haitian people could be free, so barbecue can free his people? Them niggas ain't gangs down there. Them niggas is freedom fighters down there. They just calling them gangs. Tariq Nasheed, you don't want these Haitians up here, then tell your government to stop sending people down there. You know what I mean? This is why they're up here. You talking about what this got to do with y'all? Why not saying nothing? Well, as you and your government is doing fuckery. A minute ago, y'all was your president, be the Haitians. They want their freedom. They were shopping white people. Now all of a sudden, they eating cats. They tethers. Come on, man. You can't trust these people that going back and forth with this shit. You know what I mean? You was talking about this. Said something about the FBAs and the Maroons. Y'all was talking about the Maroons down south historically. How the Maroons fought back and sent some people to the Caribbean. You know, it's funny you talking about Maroons because the most famous Maroons are the Jamaican Maroons who won their freedom, who fought for their freedom. Them and the Haitians. That's what I don't understand. Well, are you jealous, envious of the Jamaicans and the Haitians? I need to get a new lighter. The Jamaican and the Haitians that fought for their freedom, that actually won their freedom. This is why the Haitians is getting punished still to this day. So how you flip-flopping on niggas like that, man? This dude over here causing a separation with the Americans and the Caribbeans. But when Martin Luther King was up there back in the days talking, he was up there with Stokely Carmichael, who was Trinidadian. You got Marcus Garvey, who was Jamaican, who was there doing things and talking and getting along with w.e.b. Du Bois. And w.e.b. Du Bois gave him props. So why all of a sudden these FBAs want to cause separation when before Caribbean people and black people was all together? Pan-Africanism. And now all of a sudden you want to cause separation. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. That dude and Dee-1. Yeah, Dee-1 is another asshole. What the fuck is this dude talking about? Talking about, are you listening to the message of these rappers? Yeah, I know the message. I'm listening to the message that they talking about, the life that we live in, what's going on outside. So you want them to talk about some other shit that's not happening? Hip-hop keeps it real. Hip-hop is black news. See, that's the thing. Just like Morgan Freeman said, if y'all don't talk about racism, racism don't exist. But we know damn well racism exists. So they don't want rappers to talk about the problem. Because if the problem don't exist, then they don't have to fix the problem. This is what this asshole Dee-1 is trying to accomplish. First they come with the Bible and then they take your land. This motherfucker is trying to do some fuck shit. So what exactly he trying? What is his message? Is his message trying to say that I can listen to Tribe Called Quest, but I can't listen to Mobb Deep? Man, are you bugging? He's trying to say I can listen to Black Star, which is Mos Def and Talib Kweli, but I can't listen to MOP? What is his message? I can listen to Black Thought, but I can't listen to Beanie Siegel? The type of shit that he's arguing against is the type of music that Beanie Siegel was making. Throwing your hands up in the club and all that. So it doesn't really matter what some of these OGs are saying because they're being hypocritical. And this is more separation. He drew a line talking about you on this side, you on this side. We didn't have no line before. We was all in a circle. You know what I mean? You had the gangster rappers, conscious rappers. It was all hip-hop. Now this dude want to come with this religious rap and cause separation. Get this asshole out of here, man. This shit is not conducive to black people and black culture. And then what else do we have out here? What else happening out here? And you got Charleston White. Charleston White saying the dumb shit again. What's this nigga talking about now? He's beefing with a chick in Toronto, a Spanish chick, about the N-word. Now let's see what he was saying about what the N-word is and how she was feeling about the N-word.
Take a look and we'll talk about it further.
They got in Canada.
Duh. It's everywhere. You should know that.
I'm not. No, it ain't. No, they ain't everywhere. It come from America. Because the word need to come from America. Got nappy hair, eat pork chops. No, it ain't everywhere. Now, you got that confused, Miss Lady. And you ain't know. Now, you just using the word, but you ain't know. And you can't that word. Man, you can't mock me to death, and you ain't know.
I'm a real.
You ain't know. You don't want to be. You don't know nothing about being. You don't know nothing about being no. You can't be with your family. And you don't. Now,
family knows who I am. No, I don't like different with my family.
No, listen. Only way you can build, you got to reject your family's teaching. Because all reject their family's teaching. She want to be an uneducated, miseducated woman. Man, you got privilege. And
I'm educated.
Man, you ain't no real in Toronto. Man, that them free slaves.
How dare you? Come to Toronto then. Come to Toronto, pussy. Come to Toronto. How dare you? How dare you say there's no real Toronto? Are you fucking dumb? You're fucking out of your mind?
You up there with them free. Them got away from slavery. What the hell is you talking about, girl? You don't even know
You're not educated about Canada then. You're not educated about Canada.
You don't know can't talk back to no white person. You talking back to
everyone knows American education is the worst education.
How you gonna claim this? Man, shut your ass up. You just talking. You couldn't stand to be a...
First, I'll start by saying...
I ain't gonna front, man. That nigga Charleston... Wait, that motherfucker's funny, son. That interaction was kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. But that Spanish chick got a response to the drama that little back and forth caused.
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of females commenting saying men just give Chromas the N-word pass because she's pretty or because she's bad as whatever the you want to call it. Do you think I need a pass to say? Do you think I need a pass to speak the way I've been speaking my entire life? When somebody tries to say like, oh, don't say, you can't say you're not black. It's like, do you live for that word? Is that all you live for? Like, why do you care so much? Is that what the fuck you live for? That's when I say I don't mean black person, I mean man or, you know, my friend. When I say I'm a real man, that means I'm a real man. And that's facts. What the And Charleston moves like he doesn't like his own people. Like, I'm proud of who I am. He's saying, oh, nappy hair, uneducated. What the fuck? Go check your what the fuck is going on? I'm just a product of my environment. This is how I've been speaking my entire life. So it's like, you know, I'm not saying it. I don't speak to please or offend. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna walk on eggshells and, you know, pretend like I don't say. So you guys should be happy. I keep it real. I'm not one of those people that, oh my God, I said don't post that. Like, you know what I mean? It is what the it is.
It is what it is. Sure it is, gangster. Now, the person that's presenting this don't agree with any of this. Straight up. She don't agree with her saying the word. She don't agree with the response. But if you listen to that response, she said that people are saying that people are giving her a pass, that men are giving her a pass. But the person that's presenting the story, she said that black men are giving her the pass. She never said that black men are giving her the pass. People are saying black men are giving her a pass. So you gotta look at the story. The person who's presenting the story, I can't really say her name. I don't really want to butcher her name on the African Diaspora news channel. It's Emma Ansa or something like that. You can look at the whole story on her page. I mean, on that page, and you can see what's being said and all that. But it's actually kind of funny to me. But what I'm here to say is that Charleston White said it ain't niggas everywhere because the word nigga comes from America. He's wrong.
Now, with that in mind, let us go back to a word that the Romans came upon during the Punic Wars. And when they would come into North Africa, and they would visit North Africans from Libya to Kemet or Egypt, Morocco, Mauritania, they would come upon peoples who would tell them, they would say, who are you? And they had a word, a term, a sound, and that sound was Inger, which if we were to put it into the alphabet we use, it would be NGR, Inger. And they said, well, what does this mean? And they said, well, it means that we are powerful leaders. We are the Negus Negusti. We are the Ingers. We are the leaders. We are sacred people. We are spiritual people. And so the Romans, not having this word in their vocabulary, placed this word in their vocabularies. word got into the Roman vocabulary. Now, from a very beautiful word, from a very wonderful, powerful word, leadership, sacred, powerful, living word, creator word, a dirty people took a beautiful word and labeled the people on it. And every time they would do something to hurt those people, they would call those people that beautiful word that meant leader, sacred, and wonderful. That word in the context of its usage by the people who used it became a very horrible word. It was a beautiful word, but it was made horrible by dirty, worthless, animalistic people who are white supremacists. So that as our grandmothers and mothers were being beaten on the plantation, as they were being tortured, burned at the stake, and lynched on trees, when they sicked their dogs and their fire hoses on our pregnant family members, this word nigger was used. So what was once a very beautiful word became a horrible word because of the dirty people that were using it. So that when I use this lesson to teach our young people, I attempt to help them understand the history of the word. And I tell them, don't go out there and tell anybody that Brother Papa say you can use this word because it's beautiful. No more than I would tell somebody to go out and start drawing swastikas because although Hitler used it for horrible reasons, it's really a beautiful word because it is the social context, it's the social construct of the words we use that give these words the power that they have. And so I use this to explain to our young people to understand our elders. Understand our elders and why they don't like that word. And I say to the elders to understand the history of the word, to understand why that word has no real meaning, or it doesn't mean the same thing to our younger people. And as we develop an understanding, we can choose whether or not we want to use that word. But by no means or stretch of the imagination saying that that is a good word because of the social context and what has happened because of that word, because of the way in which that word has been used against us, the same way that beautiful swastika, that beautiful symbol that became the swastika, although it's a beautiful symbol and it means wonderful thing, people are not concentrated on the history of that symbol. They are concentrated on when they saw the symbol in their life, which brought them great pain. So that when our people hear that word nigger, they're not going back to negus negusti. They're not going back to the Ethiopian Abyssinians or to the Garamantes of North Africa or the Moroccans who had great civilizations. They're going back to the plantation when they were tortured, raped, and mistreated. And that word means to them. I only want us to get into the history of the word so that if we should use or choose to use the word or never use the word again, at least understanding the history of the word allows us to put that word in a social context in which we can move forward as a community and not allow ever a word to create such a problem.
See, Charleston is using the white definition. She's using the black definition, the way that we use it today, in which we call ourselves kings and gods anyway, so we still use the way it was originally used. See how that works out? But he has a bleached mind. All skin folk ain't our kinfolk, and he's prime example of that. Oh yeah, and it seems like this lady, Emma, seems like she got a message for black men. Oh boy.
I'll also add that I don't know what black men are giving her a pass because she's pretty. I'm not sure I believe it, but if it is in fact true, these black men, I don't know who you are, but y'all need to go and get yourself together because nobody deserves a pass, to use that word, least of all Miss Thing over here, who says that when she says it, she's not referring to a black person. She's a real ass B, and she's not going to walk on eggshells. She's been using that word all her life. I don't know what circle she was in using that word, but I'll tell you what, Miss Thing, if you were to go down into the hood in Toronto where black people are, or anywhere really, where black people congregate, and you walk in talking that way, I guarantee you, you think you're Miss Thing and you think you're big and bad, good luck to you walking into a black space talking the way you talk. She can't possibly be in black spaces talking that way in Toronto or anywhere where black people are. So I don't believe her for 1 minute. She's got a lot of courage sitting up there on that podcast, but I guarantee you she wouldn't have the nerve to say it to a black person here in Toronto. So Miss Thing, watch your back, Miss Thing, and let yourself be warned. Don't go around here talking that way thinking you are a real one. And that's what it's all about. And my N-word, my N-word. Watch yourself. Let me know what you all think about Miss Thing.
I don't know, sound like there's a little hate at the end there talking about Miss Thing. Let me know about Miss Thing. You know, black women don't like when we say women from other races look good. You know what I mean? Spanish mama do look good and all that, but that's not the reason why she getting a pass. Know what I mean? This chick over here is trying to sound like Kamala and Michelle Obama and the rest of these chicks. Black women try to tell black men what to do. I don't know who y'all black women think y'all is talking to niggas like they your fucking kids, like we your sons. We gonna give whoever a pass if we want to give a pass. We saying that word whenever we want. You say nobody has a pass. We have a pass to say that word. And we giving whoever we want a pass to say that word. So Puerto Ricans, yeah, they can say that word. I don't know. Most of them anyway. Some of them. I haven't really bumped into too many races Puerto Rican, so they cool. Know what I mean? So you ain't gonna tell us who to give a pass. I ain't talking about because she's Spanish. It's like you saying because she's Spanish, she's not gonna say that word around black people. Listen, I know Spanish people that say that word more than black people. Go through the Bronx, you come through here for Rockaway, Queens, you come to Brooklyn, you gonna hear Spanish people saying that word, and they saying it around black people. So you don't know what you're talking about. You need to stay behind your desk or your camera and think Spanish motherfuckers ain't saying that word. You tripping. You obviously don't listen to Fat Joe or Big Pun. Rest in peace. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this going on. Spanish mommy saying that word, Charleston getting mad, but mostly all the FBAs causing separation in between black people, the black race. Let me know what y'all think about that. My niggas. 1.